Hey everybody, it's Dave Juno. Welcome to the Meniere's Experience. If you like what you see, please hit subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. So, I want to talk a little bit about SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance. Not really how to apply, but some rules. Because somebody made a comment on could you lose SSDI if you're vertigo controlled? The answer to that is no, because mine's kind of controlled, and I'm still dizzy and I'm deaf, and so the answer is no. But there is a thing where the person who made the comment said, "Oh, you can work you can work up in 1690 a month under SGA, which is substantial." Oh God, I gotta look it up. Sorry, give me a second here. All right, give me 1 second. I'll get it. SGA. Yeah, substantial gainful activity. Yeah, you can work up to 16. You can make up to 1690 a month, and still can have your disability, but it's for a trial period. You can't work and make 1690 a month and still get benefits, because after the trial, okay, after the trial period of you working, they're going to take your benefits away if you're still working full time. So, and it's not something you want to play a game with. Oh, I'm going to go to trial, and you make, up to 1600 for 4 months, and then say, oh, I don't want to work anymore, and then a year later try again, because they're going to catch on to that pattern. So yeah, you can, but it's a trial period. All right, that's the thing. Remember the words: trial period. You can't just go back to work full time, not tell them, or go back to work part time and think you're doing it right by making $16.90 per month. Because if they catch it, they're going to take your disability away. Okay, they're not going to fund both. Okay, they're not. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Okay. So yeah, you can. I mean, you can work up to 20 hours a week part time, and keep benefits, but they're gonna adjust it. So let's say this is $1,000, and you're making $1,200 a month part time. You just fill out all kinds of paperwork and all that stuff too, as well, if you're gonna work part time. But they're gonna adjust it if you just go back 20 hours a week and that's it. You have to fill out paperwork because they're going to adjust it to equal that $1,000 a month. They're not going to just say, here you go, and oh yeah, that's great. So yeah, the $16.90 per month only works with a trial period of going back to work full time. Okay, that's all it works for. So, but you can work, but you got to do all kinds of the paperwork and all kinds of other things, and file with them so they can make the adjustment. Because see, I saw the comment, and I feel bad for the guy, because he's going through a rough time, and he really is somebody who should actually apply for SSDI. Because it can help. It helps a lot. I mean, with me, it's been really good because of how long I worked full time. I've been working full time since I was 16, and I retired when I was 51. I had to medically retire, get disability when I was 51. So, that was a long time. So I do pretty well. Because a lot of people go, oh, well, it's not worth the $500 a month. Well, it's based on what you work. If you don't put the time in, you don't get the better benefit. That's just the way it is. Okay. So yeah, you can work. And you could do a part-time gig, but you got to fill out paperwork and everything else. But that $16.90 is a trial period, and if you go through the whole trial, the 9 months, okay, it's a 9-month trial. If you make it through the 9 months, and then you say at 9 months, oh, I don't think I could do this, blah, 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 they're going to say, sorry, you just proved to us that you could. You worked 9 months. And I think the way things go today, the way they are today, I think if you went 3 months, it says 9, but I think if you went 3 or 4 months, it'd say, oh, sorry, you can work full time, you just did it for 4 months. So you got to be careful. If you really want to go back to work, that's great. I think you should. If you're feeling good enough and all this stuff, you should. But if you're not, and some things do bother you, then yeah, don't try it. The other thing too is that SSDI, Social Security, they watch you. Not everybody. I mean, there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, maybe a million people on Social Security disability. So they're not watching everybody every single day, but they do watch you, and they're very good at it. Okay, they're very good at it. My neighbor, not the idiot, but the other one, he's a good guy. He was doing that, and he got caught. Okay, he wasn't working per se, making money, but he was outside mowing a lawn. He was outside building an ice rink. He was outside building a pool. He was up on his roof. He was doing all these things, and they took his Social Security away. They're watching. Okay, and this is the guy that there was a strange car pulling up to my house every couple of days and sitting there. And finally, I went out to the guy and I said, "Can I help you? I live in a neighborhood where if a stranger parks their car for a couple of, every few days, people will check and see what's going on with them because we got little kids. We don't know what's going on. We kind of protect ourselves." So I went out and asked him, I said, "Can I help you with something?" He goes, "Oh, I'm watching somebody." I said, "Well, who the hell are you watching?" And I explained to him the situation. And then I looked over and I saw some social security paperwork on the passenger seat. And I went, "Oh, are you from Social Security?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, you're looking for me?" And he goes, "Who are you?" And I said, "Dave Juno." He goes, "No, not you." And he pointed. It was my neighbor. So, yeah, they're very good at it. And they hide in the woods and everything. So, yeah, they're very good. So, if I'm out there mowing the lawn, I don't know if he's up in the woods. I don't know if somebody's up in the woods. I don't know if somebody's just driving by real slow or watching me. So, I'm not going to attempt, even if I'm having a good day, to mow my lawn. I'm not. Plus, I have Meniere's disease. My balance is way off. It's never going to be perfect. If I'm mowing that lawn and I lose my balance and that thing falls over, and let's say the safety switch doesn't shut the lawnmower off, and the lawnmower lands on top of me, I'm either going to lose my legs, cut into my torso, or cut my head off. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Not just on an SSDI thing, but it's a health thing. I don't think my wife wants to see me sprawled out in the lawn ground up beef. So, yeah, I'm not about to attempt it. Yeah, I do go fishing, but it's very safe where I go. I don't walk in the woods unless I'm with somebody, because it's very dangerous for me because I get dizzy and it's all these trees, they all look the same. So I don't do that. You limit things. I asked SSDI if fishing was good. They said yes, it's recreational. It's very good for you to do that because it can clear your head, it can help you. And so they encourage it. But I wanted to set that record straight because some people who read that comment are going to see, "Oh, I can work $16.90 if I feel good, make up to $16.90 a month, and I'm still going to keep my benefits." Well, yeah, if you tell them and if you do a trial. If you don't tell them and you just do it, you could possibly lose your benefits. And if you're suffering and you can't work, do yourself a favor. Apply for Social Security disability. It's there to help you. Whether it's money or whether it's the insurance, the Medicaid, it's there to help you. And you're entitled to it, especially if you've been working as long as I was working. So on that note, happy Monday, and I'll talk to y'all later.